Welcome back, Monster Truck fans, as it's Retro Race number 2, event number 2. We're track prepping right now. I'm Chris Parrish alongside Metal Mike Bufka. We saw exciting retro action. We saw a new winner for this year, and we're moving into bracket 2.
Absolutely we are. Bracket 2 is always really exciting to see, where the pieces fall after bracket 1. We're starting to see who's figuring the track out, who's going really fast, but who can adapt to it. You can see that they're watering the track, behind us right now. Conditions are going to change throughout the day, and it's going to be really interesting to see who was fast, but who can continue to be fast later as the day goes on.
Consistency is definitely a key across both race brackets in trying to win the overall trophy for the day. So we'll see who can hold on, who maybe rises up to the top, or who maybe sinks down to the bottom. We'll see what happens, and here's Retro Race number 2. It's a grind in the pit area between racing brackets, trying to get these trucks ready to go after a difficult race number 1 earlier on. Taking a look at qualifying results and setting it up, it's Barefoot Racer with a 781, the only one in the 7s, followed by Taurus Jeremy Mark with an 810, and the big six-wheeler King of the Grove with an 812. Lots of trucks running in that 8-second bracket. We'll have to see how it all plays out because these are not timed races. This is side-by-side over hard obstacles on dirt against another competitor. Here we go. Kicking it off in round number 1, it's No Problem, driven by Isaac Ankrum this time, out replacing Dan Chichagash in the near lane Barefoot 3. Now the points go with the truck, so Cheech accumulating season points with his replacement driver Ankrum behind the wheel as he takes the measure of Barefoot 3 and moves to round number 2.
Mark Twain.
Michigan Ice Monster and Jordan Sick Bigfoot 1 in the near lane. Oh, some big pogos over the far side obstacles. And Bigfoot 1 recovers quickest and goes to round number 2. Buffalo Tremor and Gravedigger 4. This is Sean's second look at the track. Got the first win by penalty, but right now he's in trouble as Tremor off the lead. Now Tremor's in trouble. Buffalo Tremor, it wasn't a pretty win, but he got to the finish line first for the cleanest in her move to round number 3, as well as Don Breeden and Bigfoot 6 faces off against King Kong, Calder 6. Kong rolling around the track and climbing to victory. A nice 1989 retro matchup. Equalizer Chris Parrish and Jersey Outlaw. Calder 6 right back up on the line, and that experience showing off as Calder 6 with the upset in the Outlaw. Looking good. Oranginator Chris Blank and Fred Kors Gunslinger. Gunslinger, nice jump over that first obstacle. Oranginator in trouble. Big bounces into the final corner as Gunslinger gets the power down, cocked, locked, and ready to rock. Round number 2, flying through the bracket already. No Problem on the line against Barefoot Racer. Racer all out of shape, blowing the corner. A big leap in the near lane. No Problem. Wow, that was a wild race as we take a look back. Barefoot really wide around that corner, just can't quite get the steering around that barrier. No Problem, smooth and slow around the track. Barefoot comes charging along the outside, and there you see it, the momentum carries Barefoot to victory. King Ghidorah and Gravedigger 2 on the line. Iron Aaron James in the far lane, and Josh Rhodes in the near lane, and Rhodes digs the King of Graves. Last time's winner, Laotian Commotion, Isaac Ankrum, facing off against Jordan Sick and Bigfoot 1. Laotian looking for another win, but he's in trouble right now, but not as much trouble as Bigfoot 1 is. Laotian Commotion moves to round number 3. This should be a fun matchup. Buffalo Trimmer, Jeremy Mark, and Bigfoot 4 Josh Rhodes completely rebuilt Bigfoot 4 over the off-season, and it's looking good so far. Rhodes with the win. Number 2 qualifier, Jeremy Mark, facing off against number 15, King Kong 3. But Kong looks solid in round number 1. Can he do it again? He's off to the lead. Oh no! But a big pogo spike in the far lane. And Taurus takes the victory after that little mishap. Right now, we are back to 1987. Look at this retro matchup. Texas Toy and the Stomper. Oh, Toy a little slow over the final set of cars. Let's take a look back at the OTRC replay. Stomper a little slow into the corner, but charging on the top end as Stomper flies past him in the air. Jersey Outlaw called her sick. He had the first round upset, looking for another here against the big, tough six-wheeler, the king of the Grove from first flank. Close but not quite as the king reigns. Gunslinger and Overkill. Spurlock in the near lane against Coors in the far lane. Spurlock off to the lead. Oh, wow. Let's take a look at that one again. That is our crunch time moment of the race. Nice two-wheel high side moment there as Spurlock brings the truck back down from disaster. Round number 3 action already here. It's Barefoot Racer in the near lane, the top qualifier. And the number 9 qualifier, Grave Digger 2, Josh Rhodes. Barefoot all out of shape and not gonna make it happen here. The number 1 qualifier goes down to Digger. Lotion Commotion and Bigfoot 4. Rhodes right back up on the line, this time with Bigfoot 4. Rhodes sent it through that final corner, pushing wide, but hits the ramp and gets to the finish line. Taurus 2, Jeremy Mark and the Stomper truck. A 2:10 matchup. Taurus with a little bit of a lead, but Stomper was right there until the finish line when Taurus gets the power down and heads to victory. Overkill, Mike Spurlock in the far lane, and King of the Grove, the mighty six-wheeler, in the near lane. King of the Grove, always a sleeper, but Overkill gets it done. It's an all-road semifinal matchup. Gravedigger 2 and Bigfoot 4 on the line as we get started. And much like history would show you, Gravedigger 2 dead in the water on the starting line as Bigfoot 4 rolls to victory. In our other semifinal, the winner meets Bigfoot 4 in the finals. This is Taurus and Overkill. Ooh, a tight one, but the number 2 qualifier goes down to the number 6 qualifier.
So up until this point, we've seen a lot of familiar faces in the final round. However, this particular bracket, not the case. We got a different set of faces who have figured out how to get the power to the ground and go fast today. Here, standing over here to my right, we have Josh Rhodes, who brought his Bigfoot 4 into the final. And also, nice to see out here, another kind of underdog story here. We got Mike Spurlock bringing Overkill into the final round. Now, you guys have had to try some different things from other drivers to get you there. So what's been the hot ticket that got you guys into the final round today, Josh?
Hey, I just rebuilt this truck from the ground up. I extended the wheelbase by about 1/4 of an inch. That's one of the most dominant chassis that I've ever built, Mike. I put a lot of work into that thing. It's scary to rebuild something that you know works.
What kind of chassis is it?
It's a J-Concepts regulator. It's one of the original regulators, and I love the truck, but it's won a lot, and it was scary to rebuild it. but now I see that the rebuild worked. I got all the way to the final.
Clearly, it is really working for you today. And speaking of setups that are working for drivers, Mike, let's talk about the setup that's working for you. What's been working for you setup-wise in your truck, and what's been working strategy-wise for you on the track to get you as far as you've gotten today?
I redid the suspension after last year. It's softer. It feels like it handles and jumps a lot better now. Also, tuning the rear steering and getting the rear steer throw where it needs to be. I think this year I feel cleaner with my cornering because of that. So I think it may not be the fastest retro out here, but I feel like it can corner a little bit better than last year for sure too.
That's what we're going to see. We're going to see what's it going to take. Is it going to take power? Is it going to take finesse? Is it going to take handling? Which one of these two guys can get it? We'll find out in just a minute. Great luck to both of you guys today.
Good luck. Yep, good luck to you.
Well, this is it. The crowd goes wild as it's finals time. Overkill and Bigfoot for Rhodes, the former champion, against the relative newcomer, Spurlock. He's been working on the truck. Who's going to take the victory? And wow! What a finish. Bigfoot up and over at the finish line as Spurlock is locked in.
Mike, congratulations to you on a photo finish run. We could not have gotten a more dramatic finish to that racing round than we had there. You and Josh, tremendous competitors, took it all the way to the finish line. Fortunately, you were able to keep the rubber side down all the way through the finish line. Congratulations to you. What a stellar run.
Thank you very much, Mike. Happy to be here. Happy to finally get a win for the retro, which is really nice. Josh is a very strong competitor and hard to beat. And I think what I said earlier, finesse and getting the steering down right and keeping it clean, I think helped me bring me to a victory.
Finesse was absolutely the key today. He went from a number 6 qualifying position to number 1 at the end of the bracket. He kept the rubber side down and took it across. Congratulations to you. It was an excellent showing today.
Thank you very much. Good run, Josh. Yeah, thank you.
Sportsmanship. We love to see it.
Taking a look back at this classic matchup in the finals, congratulations to Mike Spurlock. He was locked and loaded today with the Overkill truck, taking the victory. In race number 1 of Retro, we saw Laotian Commotion take the bracket win, but he couldn't quite carry the momentum into bracket number 2, where we saw Overkill elevate to the top of the heap. And that set up a unique situation where our overall champion for the day is Mr. Consistency, Jeremy Mark, in the Taurus truck with 2 very solid showings in each bracket. OTRC event number 2, Retro Clod Buster champion for the day, Jeremy Mark with the Taurus truck. Incredible truck, incredible day.
I'm pretty happy with it. Unfortunately, we didn't win any racing brackets, but I believe we made one final in the semifinals. So it was a lot about consistency and just honestly with both of the tracks, they were kind of finesse tracks. You just had to not overdrive it and make mistakes, and you were in pretty good shape.
Proving consistency could be key throughout this season. We'll see how it all plays out throughout this points championship chase. Coming at you soon. Well, we've definitely had some points shake-up through event number 2, as we are currently tied at the top. Taurus and Barefoot Racer, what a classic setup there, tied with 65 points. Orange Outlaw in third with 50 points as we head into event number 3. What a day of exciting racing action with OTRC in the Retro Clodbuster class. We appreciate you joining us as always. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and find us on Facebook. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.